why his fucking stomach bleeding. Always eating some shit he got no business. Stop, Rocky.
I fed him dinner, right?
Yeah, you fed him.
Yeah, because I was on the phone with my cousin, I guess, or something.
You're gonna have problems, Rocky, when you get older.
You have problems with?
Rocky,
Barking?
when he get older.
All right, what the fuck is the intro?
I didn't know you was already
What me do? All right, welcome to Uncle Legend's Corner. I'll be your host, Uncle Legend. And with me, as always, is my beautiful co-host, called Girl 6, better known as Fox, my wife.
Hey, y'all. Really? Hey, y'all. How y'all doing today?
Just gotta let them know, man. Maybe they didn't see the last one. I ain't uploaded the podcast in like 2 weeks because I've been slacking.
You've been slackers.
So since I've been slacking, you know what I mean? I got to tell the people, you is my wife. And we will. Can we get a cheers going? Or we not?
Oh, I forgot. Our little flukes.
You know what I'm saying? Mr. and Mrs. Jackson.
She is
a great
steady.
podcast.
It's a great one.
You know, I might get behind this wine thing. It's a good chaser for liquor. Great chaser for liquor.
Got our wine segment.
All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is gas prices as high as giraffe pussy.
Why you got to say it like that? Dang.
Ha. Ha.
So, you know what? I had to pump my gas, okay? Remember I told y'all, you know I don't like pumping my gas.
First of all, did you tell me?
That's a job.
Did you tell me you ain't had gas?
No, I forgot. Remember I called you. I was like, ooh.
So what was I supposed to do?
I remember when I was like
you didn't
14
do your job.
miles to empty.
And
then when I took, I know, and I forgot.
You'll send me a text for anything else. I know you don't like pumping gas. I don't expect you to pump gas.
Oh, my God.
But if you decide to be an independent woman and pump your own gas, who am I to be part of the patriarchy and tell you?
I was crying. You know what, guys? I would usually try to make it home. Like one time I made it home. It was like 5 miles empty. I was like,
5 miles empty.
I need gas.
And then as soon as I got home, I think I was working on that's when I was doing the oil pump in my truck.
You had to get Seth because his school called because he was sick. You had to go.
So I was about to go. I got to go to pick up the 5-year-old.
5 miles.
I should say 5 miles till empty. I'm out here talking about I can smell the fumes coming out the tank. Like,
yeah.
So that shit's wild.
So what I was trying to say is that it normally takes $35 to fill up my tank. It was $46. I was like,
yeah,
and that shit like monties, okay?
And that shit like something. Yes. Now think about somebody sent me a post from California. Some of them was capped. They had ones from California that said gas is arm, leg, soul, and first kid for diesel and shit like that, like a post like that. And then you got cats saying something. The homie sent me one from somewhere in California, and it was $9.
Oh yeah, that's a lot.
$9 a gallon. Let me tell you how elite my fucking cardio would be for $9 a gallon. Like I'm literally about to order a new inner tube for that street bike.
I mean bikes.
And I'm talking about bike, like pedal bike.
Yeah,
like I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna be pedaling to work. Cause it's 22 minutes. So I'm gonna be pedaling to work. That's 22 minutes driving. So it's probably gonna be, I don't know, an hour or something like that.
That's crazy.
So let me tell you something. I'm gonna pedal to work, have a great playlist, bring my portable charger, little book bag, uniform, and everything, and I'm
bike sales gonna go up, guys. I'm telling you, it's probably already on the rise.
Get your shit. I just oiled my gears today when I went in there.
Invest in bikes. Who make the bikes? Bikes.
Gonna be
going up high.
We need to invest in like been gay because quads is gonna be on fire, boy. I'm about to be quadzilla.
Icy hot.
Yeah, icy hot. Because if I got to pedal to work, I'm telling you right now, when I get to work, I'm gonna take a shower and I'm going to sleep until it's time to go home because I gotta get my energy back so I can pedal home. And if it's raining, 7 pound, 8 ounce baby Jesus. Gas prices is wild. The shit you see in the news about people saying stuff, oh, the administration, oh, it's Russia. But cats is coming at Putin like, you know, this dude was a high-ranking member of the KGB. That's like MI6 or MI5 or whatever it is for the UK, Britain, and them. This dude ain't no dummy. Like, you think he wasn't prepared for this shit?
Yeah, so, they thought that they were going to be able to stop this whole thing or put a good dent in it, which they did, what, the 460 million or billion, I couldn't remember which one it was. I think we talked about last podcast of funding that the production that's been stopped, right?
Cool.
So they went over to China. They was like, well, U.S. don't want to Visa Master, all of that.
Visa
okay,
Master, y'all want
we're going to roll with China.
And China over there.
What they using for credit and banking systems.
China over there like,
that.
this shit ain't none of my business.
Right.
So, yeah, we'll fund
take
you.
all that.
We'll take all this money. Bring it on over
That's crazy,
here.
Right?
China just trying to be everybody's landlord, man. And it's like these cats playing chess. They playing chess and we out here playing checkers. We're going to stop them here, this and that. And then you got, I believe Shell's an American company. Shell, what, Sunday that was? Monday? They bought 100,000 metric tons of oil.
Yeah, I think it was
at like half
the
price.
Sunday podcast we found that out.
Yeah, at like half price. And you already knew what they was going to do. Same thing we said they're going to walk in there and be like, hey, because you can imagine dude walking to that board meeting. Yeah, dog's out of control. You can imagine dude walking to the board meeting. That'd be some shit like, hey, Fox, hear me out. I know we ain't fucking with Russia. But oil's about $130-something a barrel. They just said we can get it for under 70.
Let's get it.
Now, I ain't saying.
The bottom line is the bottom line.
Yeah, we live in a capitalistic country, so you can't be mad when people put capitalism over morals. So you sit there and Shell looked at it and was like, man, they're going to be tripping and the American people going to be so upset and this and that. I know. That's why we make one big-ass purchase and we're going to apologize next week. Yeah, we're going to apologize. As soon as everybody came out, they put... We
got enough. We don't need no more. This sustain us for a while.
This will sustain us for a little
while.
I'm
sorry, guys. Meanwhile,
they looked at the public affairs officer. They looked at him and was like, hey, boy, they about to eat your ass alive. And we're going to have to fire you. But we got a new job at one of our shell companies that's going to pay you a pay raise. We got you. In fact, take the next year off because you about to take a personal hit.
Just like everything else, they looked at everything and feel as though it'll blow over. So they're not really worried about it, not really thinking about it. Like, okay, we're going to deal with this right now. But so many things are going on over there. We're going to be last at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So we're going to push through this. We'll be hot for the next 2 weeks or so. After that, we good.
What I think is wild funny to me was when people start saying, they're like, oh, well, you know what? If Shell bought that money, that means our gas about to go down. Mm-hmm. No, the hell it ain't.
Yeah.
Shell is a capitalist. They trying to make their money. Is our dog trying to escape?
Yeah, I feel like he need to go out.
I think he's trying to escape.
My spirit is telling me. Rocky,
he'll be all right.
Rocky, you need to go out. Do you?
Man, we podcasting.
I think you need to go out because if he poop,
then he going in the washer with the damn bed, right? So, yeah. So, I don't even know. Made me lose my track because he lay back down. He'll be all right. He can hold his bladder longer than that anyway. He ain't gonna kill him.
Let me tell you, these dogs different. They'll look at you and be like, I'm about to pee.
I'm about to pee.
Ready
right here on your designer rug.
I'm gonna tell you, I took my rug up. Okay,
yeah,
I have a great shag rug. Took it up, put it in the garage.
That
I do not
soft.
want them to pee and poop on my rug. Okay, but I'm thinking about putting it back now though, because they pretty good now.
Nah, they gonna smell some shit and be like, this puppy piss. Who pisses this?
Whatever. Anyway.
All right, so I mean, you can put a fork in that. Gas prices gonna go up. People need to start thinking about things. And
carpooling again.
Yeah, carpooling. Motherfuckers ain't gonna be in that Uber Black no more. It's gonna be Uber Pool.
Uber Pool, yes.
And people just need to start thinking about things. And it's all these dumb questions that people gonna talk about. Oh, we should all go to electric cars. The guess what powers the grid? Mm-hmm. Coal. Like we need. What would help this is nuclear reactors. Mm-hmm. Like, unfortunately, like you just deal with the nuclear reactors. But since people have a very low working understanding of nuclear reactors and think that, like, when people say nuclear reactors, they think about The Simpsons and Chernobyl. That's like the only things they think about, like it's gonna be uranium rods and plutonium and shit bouncing around.
They have issue right now with Chernobyl.
Goddamn, round two.
So it's gonna release a whole bunch of radiation and all this stuff, gases and all that. But Russia's not trying to do anything about that. Obviously, it was it's purposeful. So we're gonna have a whole nother issue with that coming up again, round 2.
That shit, wow. I watched a documentary on it when you looked at Chernobyl and saw when the radiation started dying down and all the wildlife and vegetation was growing and all this, that, and the third. Yep. About to get them up out of here. That shit about to look like Hiroshima. That's
about to happen again.
That's wild. But, I mean, y'all can hear that. Y'all can hear that pretty much anyway. So we're going to get to the shenanigans.
What's the shenanigans?
What is the shenanigans? I guess we'll start first with Kim Kardashian.
Oh, Kim Kardashian. Oh, yeah.
So Kim had made a statement about just saying, like, I think she said women need to get off their ass and work. Something like that, right?
Yeah, basically getting off their F and A's and get to work.
Yeah. So get off your ass and work, right? So people got offended by it and then just start thrashing Kim about, well, you ain't got no talent and you ain't this and you ain't that and blah, 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 this, that, and the third. But the wild thing about it is I'm not saying Kim's not talented traditionally. Like when we think of talent, we think of people who can sing, dance, count, super strong, fast, athletic, can shoot, all these type of things, right? We don't think about the era we live in with social media and all that stuff. Garnishing attention is a talent. It might not be a talent you respect. It's just like some people don't respect sex workers, but it's still a skill set to earn money. Like if you earning money through a skill set, who am I? Like you got people who literally just hustle. Like, and we always talk about, hey man, you got to have that hustler's ambition. Like, so you think drug dealers are more talented than Kim Kardashian? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't have to sell heroin. You are a drug dealer, not a seller, because heroin sells itself. Nobody's out here trying to push up on somebody who ain't never did heroin. I'm like, hey, what's up? You want to bang some of this heroin in your veins? What's up? No. Once people know you have heroin, they come to you. It's not one of these like, got to put up these posters. Got this heroin out here. You know what I'm saying? Want y'all to know I got that blue magic. This and that. Like, no, it ain't the case, right? So you cannot say that hustlers have talent. The dude who gonna take your rent money or your tax money, flip it, do this and that, so he can get off his feet and do this. You call that a talent? But you saying that Kim Kardashian ain't talented by what she do? Yeah, like we might not like a lot of people might not like the fact that she got famous off a sex tape. That's the first time I ever heard of Kim Kardashian. She was getting the cheeks cracked by Ray J and somebody.
Me too. Somebody on Twitter was like, Kim Kardashian is getting paid or got her start based on barely even handling Ray J's you know what, right? So I ain't lifting a finger. That's what I said. So it had me laughing because I'm like, yeah, well, actually I can understand why people are so upset because they feel what, and now this is the perception of what they think is supposed to be in the world, right? Oh, you need to work hard. You need to do that. Is her work hard.
But the thing about it is, she work hard. How many people get attention? How many people get attention and they're flash in the pan? You know what I'm saying? How many people get
a man attention or a woman's attention? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Imagine the whole world.
Kim Kardashian, literally right now, and I don't give a damn about. I couldn't name all of them or whatever. Kim Kardashian is out there working her ass off. All of these people all of the women who out there hating, talking that shit, who got an Instagram page. And this and that, you trying to get followers. You can't get 10,000 followers.
I mean, at the end of the day, they striving to be what she is.
You're striving to be. Kim Kardashian literally, and the dudes who sitting there talking about, oh, Kim Kardashian ain't shit. She held one, you'll crack cheeks.
Thank you. I was just about to say.
Second, she changed the standard of beauty. And that she made, like unfortunately, people don't want to accept it, but like worldwide, mainstream, she made all these BBLs and surgery and getting ass and this new look. When you think about every time you see like, hey, NBA player such and such screwed this girl and then rapper this and that screws this girl, they all look like Kims. They all Kim clones.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every one of these girls is Kim clones or whatever. So you sitting there hating on it, and I get it because you don't respect how she got started, but how many women right now are in some dusty ass flip phone or old iPhone or Android or something like that with a video of them sucking dick in like 480p
and got nowhere
and got nothing
and is getting nowhere?
It got 63 followers. Yeah. Your rent due. You're about to get told. It's like you going through everything right now, and you sucked all type of dicks on 19 flip phones. What you got to show for it? Yeah. Cool. You got it on all types of sidekicks and iPhones and this and that. It's like, what you got to show for it? At least she's capitalizing and making something out of it, right? Yeah. And like B Rabbit said, and she made a win out of it. She's definitely now more famous than Brandy's little brother.
That's true.
Yeah. Because you think about it, at first it was, ooh, Ray J had a sex tape. Now it's like, the only reason I remember Ray J right now, because the only reason I remember who Ray J was to begin with is because of Brandy. Mm-hmm. Now, anytime anybody say Ray J, I think, oh, he did a sex tape with Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, we forget his whole little Ray J of love. What was that little reality show they had?
I don't know. You can call it
Love of Ray J or something. I don't even remember what it was.
He made some headphones. Them shit was fire. I heard. But what I'm saying is like, so people, you can hate and do this, but you can't hate on her work ethic. It's not easy. Mm-hmm. So it's not easy to go through this shit every day and deal with it. Like, people collapse under that type of pressure every day. Kanye West, perfect example. Loses goddamn mind, collapse under the pressure.
Yeah, you got scrutiny of the limelight. That's what happened.
Yeah, scrutiny of the limelight. She took the scrutiny of the limelight and she played the heel.
There you go. That's that same thing. No such thing as what?
Bad publicity.
That's right.
Because it's like in wrestling. You think about this. A lot of wrestlers you looked at and it was like, oh, he a good guy. Okay, cool. You know, this and that. But then, like, Hulk Hogan was wild things. But then when he became a bad guy and went with NWO, crazy, right? Like, it was wild crazy, right? We're going to take a quick break right quick.
A quick pause. Where were we at?
All right, yeah. So we was talking about Kim Kardashian. It's like, you can't disrespect her work ethic, right? Like, she's out there every day grinding, doing it, and then also think about what she did with being famous. And I'm not being an advocate for Kim, but how many people rich, famous, this and that, and ain't did nothing? Especially in the black community, when people say that, like, oh, well, you know, such and such did this, such and such. Kim got dudes out of jail.
Well, so that's post her fame. So
but what I'm saying is now what she did with the fame, right? Like, how many people was famous and they did nothing for nobody,
nothing
right?
For nobody, yeah.
Like, absolutely nothing for nobody. So they did all of this other shit. They did everything else they could do. They made a whole bunch of money, and then they did nothing for nobody. Like, point blank, period. So people just do and complain about stuff. You mad because Kim capitalized and she made lemonade out of her lemons. Was a nobody, this and that. She was chasing, she used to be like Paris Hilton to somebody's sidekick.
I didn't know
she used to be like Paris Hilton's sidekick, because I had looked it up or something. And she used to run around and just chase Paris Hilton and be like, oh, she was dick riding Paris Hilton. And now Kim is way bigger than Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton's actually got some like legitimate something going on, but I don't care. It's like Kim, if you ask a person, if you was to ask a kid right now if they know Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton, they definitely gonna say they know Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
So the point of the matter is she's garnishing attention.
She stays relevant.
Staying relevant is not easy.
There's something she also said too later on in that same interview that she had, and she was like, "Well, we don't have to be actors. We don't have to be singers. We don't have to be any of these. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you think. We made it." I mean, regardless of if you like it or not, the fact is that that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Swallow it. Do whatever you want to do with it. Gargle it down.
Be mad about it. That's cool. You can be mad about it, but the fact of the matter is, she did it. And, so there we go. So B. Rabbit Hop, she using her platform for actual good, and she started Paris Hilton personal assistant.
Oh, the personal assistant.
So you start off as a personal assistant, and now Paris Hilton probably need to be your personal assistant.
No, she won't need that.
I'm just saying, it's like Kim got money. Like, Kim not hurting. Like, Kim bills not about to not get paid. Think about how many people doing wild shit. Like, people talking about Kim, oh, she did a sex tape. You did too. It's just on the flip phone, and old boy just ain't put it on Pornhub.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you acting like you done did something crazy. She took it. You know what? If I'm going to get fucked, I might as well get paid. And you know what? That's the whole thing about it.
It probably was like one of the most embarrassing times. You know what I'm saying? To have the whole world know.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this.
And so somebody probably kind of coached her like,
you know who coached her? Her mom, because her mom is a shark.
Make lemonades out of it.
Yeah, her mom is a shark. Like, their mom is a different beast. Like, every time that they got some drama or some shit going and this and that, if you told me the mom's the reason, I wouldn't doubt it. I'd be like, you know, all right, fuck it, I believe that. I could believe that.
Capitalize on this.
So just dealing with that, right, and just thinking, it's like, it's wild how she just get the effort, she get the credit, she do things, but her mom is the mastermind behind it all that got her rolling. Like if you thought about her, she's more like a Devin Booker type ball player. Where it's
matriarch in full effect. It's always. Mama's gonna have you back.
I mean, if you want to call it matriarch in full effect, because we fucking and sucking our way to the top. Then.
That's not what I'm saying. Okay. Anyway, yeah, you suck on that. Suck on that.
No, so I mean, so my whole thing, I understand why people could be upset about the fact that she's not like Cole as far as like the regular talent, but garnishing attention is a talent. It's a talent now. Like you just have to respect the people garnishing. Everybody who going on YouTube, hell, us on this platform with a podcast, we have to respect the fact that she can garnish attention and get so many people to come after her. And then when dudes say, "Oh, well, she a hoe," so is your mom's, so is your baby mom, so is your old lady. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Chris is a PR juggernaut. Yeah. Facts, like her mom, Chris, she's a juggernaut, man. She know how to get ahead of the shit. She understood how all this shit would work. She's ahead of her time. Mm-hmm. Like she like the Olivia Pope in real life. Like you know what? Oh, Olivia Pope put out the fire. She add kerosene, light that shit up. You know what I mean? So you just gotta respect it that she's doing it. It's a talent now. We're in a different era. You don't have to sing, dance, like whatever you were saying. She said you don't gotta sing, dance, and do all this other stuff. It's like garnishing attention. It's garnishing attention. Is Kim Kardashian the most beautiful woman in the world? By far, she's not. I'm not saying she's ugly or nothing like that. She, know what I mean? But she's not the most beautiful. She's not the most talented at a whole lot of things. But garnishing attention, keeping people's attention, and staying relevant.
Skill set.
That is a skill set. And she is phenomenal at it. And a trendsetter and this and that. Like, think about this. Black, like even with the Kardashian family, she done put the whole spot on. Like, Khloe looked like OJ. Like, legitimately, OJ probably her daddy. If you look at her jawline, OJ probably her daddy. And you know what? And the fact of the matter is that all of them own. What up? I ain't the first.
This how rumors get started, okay?
OJ was out there juice. Like, so I'm saying it's like she ain't even the dopest one. And it's like, boom, what she do? Yeah. She went and got surgery to try her best to look like one of her sisters because Kim made the model where it's like, oh, here I am, I'm regular. Boom, I want to look like this, I want to look like that, this and that, and sex sells. So you know what? She sold sex. And it's like, if you really want to be honest, man, all the women who sitting there tripping, you sell sex all the time. It's a whole gang of women who out there where it's like the only reason it's a roof over your head is because you did something strange for a piece of change. Yeah. The only reason that your baby got clothes is because you dealt with some bullshit that you ain't really want to deal with. So realistically, all she did. Nate. I'm in the bind, Nate. Yes, like, yeah.
I mean, you get them down sometimes, you know?
Yeah, so.
Anyway, so now we're talking about.
Damn, ring too tight. But yeah, so, I mean, I just. When people start hating on, like, especially when dudes start mouthing, it's like, so you wouldn't crack Kim right here, right now. You in the bar drinking this and that.
Standing next to her.
Yeah, and
where she is.
You know what I mean? And Kim in there like, hey, I want to talk to you for a minute. This thing, you're gonna be like, nah, I want my newbie. No, half you dudes is gonna fold. Yeah. Like the legitimate fact is, it's like
I have all of them gonna fold.
Everybody not gonna fold. Some people will stand on their morals. Like it's dudes out there who stand on their morals. But the dudes who stand on their morals are not the dudes who are on Twitter talking about she's a hoe, she's this, she's that, da da da. The people who stand on their morals sitting at home.
Oh, the people that's getting paid by Twitter to type all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all be getting that work. Y'all be putting that work in all day.
Your boy,
all day got something to say on social media.
Your boy type 11 words an hour. I ain't built for Twitter.
Lord, yeah, some type of life.
But I think she got plenty of exposure.
Yeah, and now thank you very much. Okay.
So what we got next?
Excuse me.
I'm about to get your cup. Can I put my cup down?
So, anyway, speaking of people online and everything, like who are you when no one else is looking?
Me?
Like people like to portray everything. They want to be this big person. They want to talk all their business on social media. They want to say what they did, what makes them proud, and how they do this and what they do that, how they handle situations X, Y, Z.
Yeah, it's real easy. We live in a culture right now where people is entirely too comfortable talking shit to people because they don't get punched in the mouth enough. Like if you legitimately had to say everything you said to a person, if like the basis for talking shit online was you got to say that shit to somebody in real life, people wouldn't keep that same smoke. People do not have that energy. Like people is not built for the smoke. Like everybody think it's cool to want the smoke, But then when something happened, it's like, let me call the police, or now this and that. People move the goalposts, because it's like, say for instance, you start some shit with me. And then I'm up here like, all right, you keep barking, and then I bust you in your mouth. Then it's like, oh, you weak, you did this and that, da da da. So everybody likes to do that. Even our grandparents, you know, what old people do sit around and talk about how they told the lady off in the mailroom, how they told the lady off at the deli.
They want everybody to know
they want to let them know I ain't the one, and don't fuck around.
I ain't the one. Why is that so important to us?
I don't know, because people, you know what, that goes into what we're going to talk about later, but that goes into a fact of like, people done felt like people done got over on them so much and so long, and this trauma that they hold where they just like, people done got over me, so now I'm not giving up an inch. Like I gave so much, and like you was losing in the compromise before. So it's like everything in life is a compromise. Everything you want to do, this and that, da da da, it's a compromise. So people done lost so much in the compromise because they were people pleasing, or they were stupid, or they think they somebody that they not. They got whatever reasons that they what they are. So now when they hit a certain stage where they feel like they got a little bit of juice, now they like, no, I ain't taking nothing.
There is a point though where they have to realize that you know, it's about the balance of things, right?
But people don't understand balance.
That's why I said they have to realize, in which they don't. They just go so overboard and jump off the deep end of things to where they don't see that how this is actually causing more harm than good, because you think you made a step forward.
Yeah. Yeah, because people feel like they make a step forward, and then as soon as people start moving in the right direction, they get to that point where it's like, hey, well, I'm doing this and that. I got it all figured out, this and that. Not everybody who made me sad or upset before, they're wrong. And it's like, maybe they 50% wrong, and maybe you 50% wrong. But people not willing to stop back at 50%.
Right.
Because every correction is an overcorrection. So if you fall left over here with, it's always my fault, and then you come back this way, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you should stop in the middle where it's my fault and your fault. Nah, fuck that. Everything's your fault now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything's your fault now.
Or
so
the victim blame, or the blaming everybody else.
Yeah, because people want to blame everybody else, and like, and it's the same thing, right? And the same thing happens when you learn about anything, right? Like when people go to therapy, when people go to the church, when people go to join a group, they get in there and they start learning some stuff. And when you first start learning some stuff, that's when you feel as though you're the expert.
Yeah.
You get like this little tiny bit of knowledge, and then you like, oh, I'm the expert, and all you got is answers. Like I remember when I first converted to Islam, all I had was answers, wild answers. I got answers for everything. You want to know this and that? Boom. You want to know about this and that? Boom. You want to know this and that? Boom. Holla at me in 5 years. I got a lot of questions.
What I found out is that, when you're in that state, people tend to, they have to keep telling themselves that over and over again, because they need to believe it. They need to believe in their progress. They need to believe in, oh, this is like this. So they have to keep saying it. They have to keep going over. It's almost like a rehearsal for them. Over and over again. Yeah. You're saying this, you're saying that. Who are you trying to convince?
It's one of those, who you trying to prove. And
or men, other people.
And the crazy thing about it is men and women do it. Because like, for instance, right, like women to do it, it's just in a relationship, or dealing with people in any type of relationship, men and women to play it back and be like, instead of looking at the situation and being like, I'm wrong right now, they'll sit there and be like, nah, this and that, arguing, and then they'll spend the next 2-3 weeks searching for, I knew I was right about this and that, and you know what, I was right about this and that. Just like dudes will do it, where we'll say like, we'll lie to ourselves so much, like, you know what I mean, a dude to be in a relationship, treat a woman like trash, and then we'll lie to ourselves so much that we start believing the lie that we told. So now, we ain't even telling the story. So like, for instance, me and you, we in a relationship, we do this and that, we split the whole now, and then I go back to it, I'm telling everybody, yeah, Fox did, you know, this and that, da da da, but you know, I held it down, blah blah blah. You like,
that's not what happened.
The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, wasn't nobody there for that. That was you solo.
Wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
That's my life.
Real life scenario.
You know, so we try to move past that, and I think that we don't have a reality of what's really going on with ourselves.
Because that's what the recollection is. And it made me think of that movie we watched where people, remember they had like their memories and stuff like that, and they was talking about memories, and they was saying that like, oh, memories are kind of faulty, so you put your memory on like this disc,
Oh yeah,
and everything like that. I forgot what it was that we was watching.
I know.
That movie?
Yeah, I know. I remember.
So people put their memory on the disc because it's like you remember this, but it's like if you got this disc, it's like, oh, this is how it really happened.
This is how it really happened.
Because it's a recollection, right? So it's what you recall. And then like one of them things is like even when I teach the gun classes and tell people is like what you recall might not always be true because we already know from dealing with trauma as children, we'll bury a lot of shit. Yeah. Just so we can continue. You know what I mean? Dudes in combat would know that. Like you out here doing a bunch of wild shit and this and that. You bury a lot of that stuff.
And so and especially when you're dealing with, so let's take the crime, right? And investigators come on, they want to get you right while it's fresh. Yeah. Because as time passes by, you're gonna forget things or by the way that you feel, that can also infiltrate the truth of what really happened.
Yeah, but
that's what we do a lot of times in our lives and the situations that we go through without noticing it. So everybody becomes.
But that goes right back to the balance thing because if you catch a person too fresh, it's like if you catch a person right after a game, dude just lost the Super Bowl, and you're like, how does it feel losing the Super Bowl? And he like, fuck you and 4 people who look like you. Why would he say something like that? It's like this dude just lost the Super Bowl. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and when you go through traumatic experiences, when you get into the thalamus and all this other stuff and how the bells and whistles work inside the brain, it's like sometimes people have false memories. Like, you know, I teach that, and you sat in the class with people that had that. So people will have false memories of like, this is what happened in the traumatic experience. Bro, that ain't happened. Right. We got the video. This is what really happened. You like, Pikachu face. What? You know what I mean? So, but I think it comes down to the fact is that I think we spend too much time, and the reason a lot of this happened, because we don't spend enough time being honest with ourselves because of social media. Because social media, we're trying to keep up with the Joneses. You know what I'm saying? So we don't spend enough time just being honest with ourselves, just being like, hey, this is me. And learning to love ourselves for who we are, where it's like, oh, well, you know what? I'm not this fucking 8-packs. I'm not this 8-pack too. I'm not The Rock. I'm not Idris Elba. I'm not these dudes. I'm me. And that's okay.
And I do think too, like, especially when you project or you just let everybody in and you're constantly displaying flaws and flaws and flaws. This is me, I'm flawed. Okay, but you also grow too. So you also have to think too ahead that since you always and constantly projecting and displaying these flaws that you have or letting everybody know you have these flaws, once you change, once you grow and no longer doing that or no longer thinking in that way, so they're going to always hold you accountable or hold you to that same standard of, no, you flawed. This is what you always been doing, so this is what you're going to keep doing. And so I think that you kind of put a cap on yourself when you do things like that.
You're talking about like when you expose yourself at your growth,
exposing yourself,
like just give them the end product, cook, again. Don't show them how it's made.
Right. And so I mean that's a certain thing to know your truth and know it for yourself. You know, everybody doesn't have to be a part of your journey every step of the way.
And like you said, everybody ain't meant to be part of your journey.
That's right. Everybody's not meant to be a part of your journey. So I think that we have to really realize that, especially when we have these tools like social media and everything. You know, I would say people who do that usually, I don't know if they have other people to talk to bounce it off on.
So people who do social media?
Yeah, just constantly over and over again. I don't know if that's the case or just like loneliness take part. I don't know. I've never been that type.
People have people to bounce it off, but it's kind of like when you upset, if you like truly upset, you don't want to be met with an opposing view. Mm-hmm. Like you want to be met with cosigners. You want to be in an echo chamber because the feelings that you have is the feelings that you have. So usually
and you need somebody to validate that.
Yeah. So if you like one of these miserable people, like for instance, and you can say it with dudes, right? Because you'll see it more with dudes, and obviously I'm gonna notice it more with the opposite sex for me. But like when I see a woman online and she over here like, you know what? I done did all this by myself, and I'm this and that. Da. All you telling me is that you sad as hell and you hurt.
Yeah,
like you might be telling everybody else that you strong and you this and that, but all I see is a weak ass girl, and I'm telling you, it's a whole lot of dudes who like I look at that and be like, too much work. A lot of dudes gonna look at that and be like, I could pray on her for everything I want, especially like, oh, I done got my shit together. I went and got a job. I went to school. I'm a nurse, and me and my kids, we doing this and that. Da da da. Dude over there, he up here take his dick right off the charger, unplug that thing. He's like, I'm gonna go fuck her life up.
That's fucked up though.
Women do the same shit. Women do the same shit.
Not at that capacity at all. Give me an example.
Absolutely. I'm going to tell you right now, when a woman see you growing and she see you coming up with some stuff, you know the first thing she do? Hey, big head, text start sliding in. Women do the same. Hey, big head. this and that. No, they come with the same bullshit, man. Like, I'm on agreement with you in this point where it's like men and women ain't that different. It's just that women have done such a good job of coining the market and calling out men bullshit, and men, we've just like, if you sit there and call out, because a woman can sit there and say, I hate men and men ain't this, and that. You know what? A bunch of lonely ass women gonna hop on board and be like, I hate men too. I hate men too. Let a dude say that shit. You know what? Women get on my nerves.
First of all, I'm gonna cut you off, but it just makes me so like crazy to see like women who are always talking about, oh, men ain't shit, men ain't this, they don't do that. But you want one though.
You want one.
But you want one. And if you think you had the right one to come up to, you will kill everything that you talking about just to be with him.
All of that shit that you was talking about, I'm standing on this, that, and the third, and I ain't gonna do this, and I ain't gonna do that. And it's like, old boy walk in your life, and boom, you're a whole different broad.
Shit. The man you been dealing with. That's
and probably shit. Because you ain't shit, because you attract what you are, right? So it's like, if you trash inside, this and that, you're gonna attract a lot of trash inside. So you can't just blame it on a whole sex of people. Dudes, all these women is terrible. Cause you ain't shit, bro. So you attracting terrible women. It's like all these men is terrible.
Too, it's like because we have such a connection with people, right? We have such a connection, you know, the 6 degrees of separation and or more, right? So we have this thing where, okay, just because you is a piece of shit to XYZ person, right?
Well, I feel like you talking to me.
No, I'm just saying.
Nah, I feel like
maybe then.
The shoe fits. I'll wear it.
So wear the shoe. Okay, so you've been a piece of crap to XYZ person or woman, right? And I feel as though they don't deserve that.
They deserved it.
They didn't deserve that. It was a part of their growth, though. It was a part of their journey. And
I made them better.
To do.
I made them better.
But I would say, people, you know, they talk about people changing, and I think we had this conversation prior to, was that you change for yourself, and there is someone else that can prompt that change in you, right? So, like,
you talking about how like I can't change you, you can't change me, but I will find, because of you, I found flaws in myself to change and make myself better.
That's right.
Yeah, I get you.
Right, and so that's what women don't realize, and men don't realize about the opposite sex or same sex or whatever. But people don't realize that about each other, right? So just because, so people might see you, right, and like, oh, you ain't shit. Oh, you this. Oh, you did this. You the old terrible person.
You're right. I wouldn't be shit to you.
Okay, that's fine to him, but to me, he don't do that. He not like that with me. He's a completely different person.
You were not worthy.
I get a whole different thing. Right. So some people might say, oh, you ain't worthy
of that. It's not even just a worthy, but it's just
a
thing of chemistry. Like, some people don't have the skill set. Like, I'm pretty good at knowing, like, when I deal with a woman, I can tell when it's like, yo, I don't got the skill set to comb through your shit. I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm just saying I ain't got the skill set. Like, if you building a team of people you need in your life to help make you better, and you need a shooter, and you got a center, you got Joel Embiid, you got Steph Curry. If I'm Joel Embiid, I'm not what you need. You need Steph Curry. And sometimes it's identifying that you're not the right person in that person's life. Too many times we think so highly of ourselves that we don't understand that, like, I'm not saying that we can't get to that point, but we're not there right now.
Who are you when no one is looking? So basically, you got to know, okay, my thing is about the expectations of people, not just women. I can speak on women because I am one. So basically,
on this podcast, there's only one other group of people.
We have this expectation of people in general, right? Oh, I want somebody to do this and that. I give this. So I expect that. This. No, I deserve that. Or I deserve, yes, or I deserve that, right? But you give that, but yet you don't you're not really giving it because you don't possess that within yourself. You don't treat you in that manner.
That's
right?
why you're looking for somebody to fill that cup up. That's right.
You looking for that. So how dare you, and you need to think about this, how dare you try to expect that from someone else that you're not even giving to yourself?
Yeah.
You don't even have it to give. So
you don't know how to love yourself.
How do you expect for somebody else to? You don't even care about yourself. You put yourself through X, Y, Z. How do you expect for someone else to care about you? If you don't even treat yourself with the respect and with whatever else you're trying to portray that you need from other people.
Yeah, because people will sit there and people think, well, I need this. And let me tell you something. It's a lot of things that I don't. It's a lot of things that I don't need. The things that I don't need are actually, when I'm thinking about it while you're saying that, are actually easier for me to give. Like, for instance, I don't need Like at work, for instance, I don't need nobody to sit here and constantly tell me. I grew up in an era where I don't need people to constantly tell me, like, do a great job. You did a great job. You did a great job. I don't need that. Just leave me the hell alone and let me go home. So I'm good with that. But I'm really good at telling people, hey, you did a great job. You did a great job, because I'm not in a void. A lot of times when you need some stuff, right, it's like you imbalance. So you're in a void. So it's like, I need this from you. I need this. I need this. And then we live in this entitlement ass world where we're like, I deserve this. You don't deserve nothing.
You don't deserve
You eat what you kill.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You eat what you kill. Y'all ain't killing, so y'all ain't eating. So it's a lot of times when you have dudes, it's like, I deserve a woman. Dudes will say things like, I deserve a woman who gonna cook, clean, do all of this stuff, this and that, da da da. Cool. Wanted to hold the house down. Wanted to raise my kids. Wanted to do this and that. Cool. But then she also got to go to work and make as much money as you? You're asking for a lot, my guy. Like, you ain't going to split the meal. I ain't cooking. I ain't doing this and that. Da, da, da. You ain't your daddy.
You're going to have to do something. Yes.
You're going to have to do something. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then the women who will be out here like, oh, I want a man to respect me. And I want a man to do this, that, and the third. Well, people are going to respect you based off of what they choose to respect. You can't say that people should respect me because of this. That's unfair. You can't say like, well, just because I do this and that, it doesn't invalidate me as a person. Nobody's saying invalidates your person. It invalidates you as my person. So there's things that you could do, this and that. Like, for instance, if I was bisexual, that doesn't invalidate me as a man.
Right.
That would invalidate me as your man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It would be my man.
Yeah, I wouldn't be your man. But you wouldn't
somebody's man.
You could be somebody's man.
Yeah.
You're not going to treat me like a shitty person. You're not going to spit on me on the street. You're not going to do nothing. It's just, you're invalidated as my man. I have criteria.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Everybody's entitled to that.
Everybody's entitled to what they want. Just like women, you can want what you want. You can want a dude to be however tall, to make however much money, to cater to you however, to wait on you hand and foot and do all that stuff. You're entitled to want that. You also entitled to be lonely as hell when that don't come because you don't provide what you need to get that.
That's what I'm just saying. Like, you have to really self-check yourself all the time when you try to impose these different things on what you feel like you deserve. Like, a lot of times I tell people, especially women, because I've been through a lot. I've been through different relationships, dangerous relationships, X, Y, Z, name it, probably been through it. And I feel as though people who you meet, they're mirrors of you. Okay. So you look at it one way in the mirror, right? And you can talk about that in a second, but I look at it as this. This person is teaching you something. So you've been in a relationship with somebody beating your ass, somebody going through this and that. You are just giving this person, you do everything for this person. You there for this person. You cheer this person on. You the supporter. You the guide. You everything, right? Best friend, all of that. You putting out all of that to this person. This person is like not even paying any attention, ignoring it, don't care, seems selfish, self-centered, not really, that's because this person is still showing you. This person is still your mirror, and they are still showing you. They're showing you what you need to be doing for you. You need to be a little bit selfish. You need to put all that energy you putting into them, you need to put it into you. So then you get mad because that's not being reciprocated because you don't have it for yourself. You don't have it for yourself. So how can you really give out what you don't have? Who are we really?
Yeah, so when we get into the who are we really, it's like for instance, when you brought up that topic and you said, who are you when nobody's around? It made me think of, for instance, we in school, we back in middle school, we back in high school, whatever, and we bump somebody. I bump into you, this and that. You start bucking. I F you up, I do this and that, da, 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 da. Would you do that same thing when you bump me in the alley in the middle of the night, 2 o'clock in the morning, we both coming home from work? Would you keep that same energy?
No,
nah, people are not gonna keep that same energy. So a lot of people sit there and talk about like, excuse me, I do this, I do that. It's like, dog, would you have the same energy? Like, I genuinely address things the same way. Like, if you catch me dolo, you catch me at work, you catch me in a societal setting, because I don't roll with a whole lot of people. You know what I mean? You my ace, so you know who I'm rolling with. You know what I mean? Or it's
They're my friends now.
You trying to steal all my friends
I'm
too?
stealing all his friends.
Yeah. Any of my friends is listening to this.
I'm stealing all y'all.
First of all, that's fine. She can take y'all as friends. Y'all still my family.
Okay, so y'all gonna be my family too then. But we all know that there are favorites in the world. That's how the world was created. There's favorites. Favor ain't fair. Okay? Okay.
Oh. But anyway, it comes down to it where I always say, and this part of self-checking yourself, going back to what we were saying earlier, if you wouldn't say that shit to me, in my face, one-on-one in a dark alley when anything can happen to you, then don't say it in front of all your friends where they're going to back you up or they're going to do something. You got to play tough. And then we do that in societies where it's like, we do that and the dude don't say something, like dude get bumped. You know what I'm saying? So me and you walking, we got our little entourage with this dude bump into me. And I'm like, whatever. It wasn't. He was like, oh, my bad. And I'm like, whatever. Yeah, it's all good. Grab my stuff. Keep walking. You like, you going to let him bump into you like that? So we endorse an environment for people to be phony. That's like what social media is now. That's what being in the playground in front of all your friends was. We endorse an environment to be entertaining, right? Like where it's like we got to be entertaining instead of us just having a disagreement and being like, yeah, you know what? It's all good. I got to get the chemistry. You got to get the fucking history, whatever let's going about. It's like, no, we got to thump, and I got to show I can fight and show I'm tough. And it's like, keep it a buck. 90-something% of the population can't fight. Like, dude, you got so many people who think they can fight because of like, well, I just go crazy and I see red and I do this and that. You got like a small percentage of people like, you know what, I did a little training, I know I'm better than average. Or I done had enough fights to know that I could do something. You just got some people who are like, yo, I'm telling you, I just see red bodies start hitting the floor. You, sir, cannot fight. You, sir, I will thump your ass in 30 seconds flat. Like, I'm not going to break a sweat before you on the ground like, this was a bad decision. Help. Like, so, I mean, so people don't really, they don't know who they are because they're too busy. Instead of, people spend more time trying to portray that there's somebody else.
No, trying to convince themselves. That's the number one.
Yeah, trying to convince themselves convince everybody else that there's somebody that they're not. But the problem is they don't know who they are to even know that's who they're not. Yeah. You know what I mean? They think like, I can be that. I'm just as handsome or pretty or smart or intelligent or as thoughtful or as well put together or as healed or whatever your niche is.
Or want to, or trying
or
to be.
Whatever you want your niche to be because it sounds cool. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. I'm not even, the reason I have a degree in engineering, the reason I got so good with my hands is because I wanted to be. Like, this isn't something that was natural to me. I had to work hard at it. It didn't come natural to me at all. It was like, people work on cars, and I think that's cool, and it's a man thing, and it's this, that, and the third, da-da-da-da. So I'm going to go work on cars, and I'm going to go learn how to weld, and I'm going to go learn how to do woodwork and stuff like that. This wasn't a natural thing to me. If it was no societal norms or something like that, be honest, I'd probably be some type of artist. Any type of artist.
I wish I could be an artist. I guess I can if you practice, I guess. But some people just have that skill set, that gift. And I just
people have that skill set, that gift. Like, I used to draw. I used to draw comic books. I used to do this and that. I could never sing. I'm telling you right now, in the shower, I suck. And I know I suck. But
I be hearing your little falsettos in there. You be getting it.
I knock this whole shit over. I will knock this whole thing over. But
I know what your friends would describe you as, your family. My friends and family would definitely, like, who I am. I'm the same person on and off wherever I am. I've always been thorough. I've always been
a motherfucker.
I've always been that way. And it's not even like a trauma related thing. I have my share of trauma. But the fact is that that's just how I've been raised. Like, I see something wrong. No, something in the milk ain't clean. We gonna deal with it, you know. Yeah. So the only way, and you know me, I'm aggressive for the most part. Sometimes, right? Not most part. I'm kind of aggressive, more aggressive than what I would like to be. But when I'm not aggressive, it's only because of the things that I've grown past. And I look at the situation like, okay, well, you know me, I'll be ready to fight in a heartbeat. That's me. But
2 comments I gotta say something about. Give me one second. Sean getting on me. He said, I never seen a 270-pound gorilla singing falsetto. Sean, I know where you live. Yeah, we ain't gonna do that. Chris, don't come to work tomorrow. Boneless Wing Chris is in the chat. Boneless Wing Chris, that fruit fly guy.
Mosquito. No, it's a mosquito. He's been trying to get me.
Boneless Wing Chris is in the chat. He's like, we describe him as a damn clown. Well, guess what? I must be it, because I'm going to kill your ass tomorrow at work, sir. I'm going to kill your ass tomorrow at work, sir. Pennywise. You not wise fucking with these pennies because they going to cost you.
Don't have no fear, Chris.
Don't have no fear. He said, bring it, son. He going to see me tomorrow.
He said his name, No Fear Fanner, bitch.
Hey, you know how, side note, we was talking about it at work today. You know how me and this dude met?
No.
He came to my command. I never met him before. Never seen him before. Didn't have a clue who he was. But it's a certain place that you sit at in the Chiefs quarters that is a certain place that you sit at where if you sat there on my command, after I got out of lunch, I just tackled whoever was right there.
Oh, okay, I remember you telling me this.
Yeah, I just tackled who was ever right there. So he's sitting there, and he like 107 or some shit like that. So he got arthritis and shit that don't even supposed to have arthritis. He got arthritis in his lip, some shit like that. You know what I mean? He old as hell.
You can't quiver his. You can't even quiver his.
Nah, when he cried like this. Right, so he was sitting there, and I just tackled him like, oh, my neck, my shoulder, surgical shoulder, this and that. I'm like, shit, I should have told him not to sit there. And I just like stepped off on, went there, took a piss, left out of there, and went to work. Like, ain't even introduced myself probably. Like, and but yeah, that's how me and Chris met. So he said blindsided. Okay, Chris, sell these wolf tickets, sir. Sell these wolf tickets. But anyway, people, I think it's just one of the things. People aren't who they are because we don't do enough time realizing who are we really. Like, who are we really as a person, right? And I think that is a constant growth and evolution, right? Like, for one, I've done enough bad shit in my life, and I don't never, I've done a lot of bad shit. We don't talk about all the bad shit that I've done because it's really like, you have an idea of a lot of the bad shit that I've done, right? Like, I might tell you something and say like, yeah, man, we was doing this and that, and I cut the story early, and you know how the end go.
I can fill in the blanks.
Yeah, you can fill in the blanks. You know how the end go.
I had a lot of bad girl days myself.
Yeah, so I done did a lot of wild shit. So I just feel it's like the karma meter, like my credit karma.
That's what it is.
In real life, I feel it's like low.
That's
so I push, and I realized that I would push so hard to get my credit in the right area. My actual karma, I push so hard to get in the right area, and it's like, it's still balanced to this. Yeah. Like, even getting it back in the right direction is still balanced to this. Mm-hmm. And I'll sit there and think like, damn, I did this, I did that. And one of the things that stuck with me, that will stick with me, is like, when people tell you that about leadership, like people always tell me that about leadership, like, hey man, your guys do this and that, you know what I mean? Your people do this, your people do that. And I always be like, yeah, you know what it is. I mean, they're great. They're just great. Mm-hmm. And then you kind of put it to me. And I've been hearing this shit. I've been in leadership positions since like 07, 08. Like real leadership positions, like since like 07. And you put it to me like these, like for our wedding, when all these people came through, right? Like I still gotta send Chad pictures. Still gotta send Chad pictures. Big bro Chad, if you're watching this, love you, brother. I'm seeing pictures. I'm sorry. But I really didn't think about it. It's like, these people ain't gonna do that for you because you trash.
That's right.
Because there's a lot of people, they trash, and they was asking me like, hey man, could you come and do all of this stuff? I was like, nah, I don't fuck with you like that.
That's what I was telling. Like, I know what your friends and family would say about you. You know what I'm saying?
I am fire.
I know what they would say about you, and it shows. And by the way, they just come and just like, there's no necessity that you have. There's nothing that is urgent that they won't come to and just like to help out or whatever.
The crazy thing about the military too is that you will meet people and know them for 6 months, and then you'll be sitting there and be like, "Hey man, I got thrown out. I need somewhere to stay." All right, bro, get on the couch. It's cats that I've only known for 6 months or something like that, and I'll be up to like, well, we put them on this hard ass couch, baby. They're gonna die. Yeah, they're gonna die on this hard ass couch that you bought. That's really pretty. You bought it. It's really pretty, but yeah, damn, you can't watch. Yeah. You can't get through a whole 3-hour movie on it.
No, not at all.
It's Hold on, what Mario said? Oh,
what?
You just kicked me.
I didn't kick you. I dropped my foot off the.
Oh, it's not really a gift. It's consistently working at it. Height, muscle, athleticism is a gift. Muscle, I don't know, man. Height, yeah. Athleticism to a certain point, but you can work on it. But it takes work to take that athleticism and turn it into talent. Yeah. Curry shoot like 1,000 threes a day. So what we see, the damn mouse in the way. So what we see where like he is talented. No, he worked. Yeah, he worked. Absolutely. I think he's going back to what we were saying earlier with Kim. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it just is what it is. But what you was about to say, baby?
I was talking about. I don't even know what I was talking about now. Boop. You just went on to talk about you. I don't know what happened. What I was saying about something.
Anyway, we was talking about people. You take the time out, man. The best advice we can give you is take the time out to find out who you really are. And what I was, and the flip side of what you were saying about people being a reflection, it's not really a flip side. It's kind of the same alley. What I say about people being a reflection. People, when I meet somebody and I don't like them, I know immediately that something about them is something that I don't like about me. Mm-hmm. Subconsciously, I don't like it about me. So if I meet you and I'm like, I don't like this dude, it's something about you that reminds me of me. The only difference is that what's in you is amplified to a certain extent so that I can see it. Because, for instance, if something that I do that I hate about myself is a 4 on a scale of 1 to 10. If you had it and it's a 4, I'm just like, it is what it is. You know, we assholes. We do this and that, da. But when it's a 10 and I look at it, I'm like, I hate this trait in you. Really, I hate this trait in me. So instead of me sitting there and knocking your head off your shoulders, I'm like, let me fix me and take that time to work on me and look at this, like why I don't like this or why I got this issue or why I got this problem, and take that time to self-reflect. So that's the mirroring people. When you meet people and you don't like them, if you feel as though, oh, I have nothing in common with them, you're just not mature enough, not aware enough, or not whatever enough to realize it is you, dog. It's just amplified so that you can see it, because if it was the same level or lower, you wouldn't notice it. So it need to be higher so that you can notice it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we was getting. That's what you were saying about get to that afterwards, as far as like the mirror that people are.
So, anyway, what are y'all doing in the chat? What are y'all thinking about? He do the work. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one I had just read.
Okay, cool. Everybody in the chat.
Go for it. I'm sorry.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. What's next on this can't move and make this shit up?
So I guess I'm like a 15 right now. 15 in what? Geriatrics?
What are you talking about?
Chris fan, I'm a 15 right now. I guess we was talking about like the 1 and 10. The things that you see in people that is magnified.
Oh, okay.
So you know what I'm saying? Chris, you might be 1,000. I need to do some self-reflection about you, Chris. I'm gonna do some self-reflection on myself tonight. As I bring my brass knuckles and put them into my uniform belt, and I sock you in the ribs. Carmen, your husband gonna have broken ribs tomorrow.
People have unrealistic expectations of others, especially when they can't give the same thing themselves. People always like to say they can match whatever energies. You really don't have that energy. You like to think you have that energy, but you really don't have that energy because you don't know what that energy entails. It's just a thing. It's like it becomes so cliche when people talk about matching energy and they're just petty. That's what that is. That's just petty. You matching what? What are you matching exactly? What does that entail? What does that mean? What growth process are you going to get from whatever it is you're about to do?
I think with energy, it comes down to the lower the vibration.
That's what they want to match, that low vibration.
The lower the vibration, the less energy it takes to meet that energy. Mm-hmm. For instance, if you get stupid and I get stupid, that don't take a lot of thought process. That don't take nothing. It's almost carnal in nature. You know what I'm saying?
It is carnal in nature.
Yeah, it's carnal in nature. So it's like we could just cook. But if you go high and I got to meet you there and I got to go high, now going high, that take a lot more energy to get there. You know what I'm saying? So we're inherently lazy. So we're just looking at it like, oh, if they low, they want to be petty, they want to do this and that. Cool. And then we'll find whatever way we can to justify it by saying like, oh, well, people want to do this and that, and I'm doing this for myself, and I'm standing for, I'm this and that. Everybody want to be the victim, and it's like, it's so easy to be the victim. Mm-hmm. It's so easy to look at every aspect of your life and be a victim. It's real hard to look at your life and be like, I am blessed. I'm blessed. I am. I have all of these skills. I have all these opportunities, and I have not maximized or took the I forgot the word I'm looking for. But basically, I have not maximized on these opportunities and made the most of these opportunities. That takes self-reflection, and you got to deal with it and be honest with yourself. Like,
nobody wants to be honest. That's
but
the thing.
Nobody want to be honest. They want to sit there and whatever I'm portraying to other people, maybe if I sell it to everybody else enough, maybe I'll believe this shit I'm talking.
That's the thing. That's why I keep saying, like, that's like the tone of it. Like, who you really trying to convince? You trying to convince yourself. You have this whole facade, and you think that you have everybody on your little platforms or around your circle full, but you have to go home to you at the end of the night. Don't
at the end of the day, you got to look at yourself.
You got to go home to you. If you have your own home, you have to go home to you, and you have to really, really think and understand yourself. That's what it really is. Like, get rid of all the other BS. Get rid of all other circumstances. If you want to be self-centered, so center everything around you and what you need to do better for yourself.
Yeah, a lot of work, a lot of things we got to do, and I think we just got to be realistic about ourselves. If you don't like something about yourself, don't try and step on somebody else's neck to get there. Don't try and do a whole bunch of other stuff. Do what you need to do to make you better, right? Like if you don't like something, you see a hole in your game, don't shit on the next man game or don't shit on the next woman game. It's like make your game better. Like I like to win on my own merits. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when somebody look at me, it's like, I did like you like my work because it's my work, not because I told you Fox work ain't good enough or Rocky or Coco's work ain't good enough. No, you like my work because you like my work because I work hard. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not about to step on nobody to get up. It's like I just climb. And I think that's the cleanest way to do it. It's the cleanest way to do it. People going to hate you either way. People going to always have an issue with you.
What did you say? Happy hoes ain't. What you say?
It come from a song where it's like, hating hoes ain't happy, and happy hoes ain't hating.
Yeah.
Like, it's a big fact. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you sitting there popping off and you doing
and
all of this stuff.
That's men or women. So
yeah, people. Happy people. Happy people ain't hating, and hating people ain't happy. Like, if you sitting there just constantly checking and saying people doing this and da-da-da-da, you got to big yourself up and shit on other people in the same process, you're not happy, dog. Like, you're not comfortable in your own skin. You can keep telling yourself that, but this ain't Muhammad Ali saying he the greatest. This is you being trash and saying that you something else that you need to be, right? Damn, Mario dropped a big old comment.
It's a long comment from the chat.
Ooh, so he said, if you want to paint, paint. If you want to draw, draw. Yeah, someone told me something like that when I made Chief. Something like, pick 3 things about your favorite Chief and pick the 3 things that you didn't like. Oh, that's a dog scratching? Okay. Something, what do you say, that you made Chief. Something like, pick 3 things about your favorite Chief and pick 3 things that you didn't like about your least favorite Chief. And the things you like about the favorite one is because those are the things you like about yourself or something like that.
Yeah, and the things you don't like about
legit.
the other one, okay.
Them things that you pick about the other dude, it might just be blatant shit, or it might be some stuff about yourself that you don't like.
Inside of you, yeah. Or you magnified,
yeah, that's real talk,
right?
Mario.
You magnified something, a trait that you have magnified or that you've experienced. So definitely agree with that.
So, you think we cooked on that enough, baby? You good?
Yeah.
Okay, so, well, you know what I got for you then.
What you got?
Go ahead and hit that gunshot.
Where is it? I don't even remember. The crickets is quiet. Oops.
Yo, somebody come get her.
She's dancing like a stripper.
Yo, you wild out here.
Gun to your head. We got a gun to your head?
Nope. Dad jokes.
Dad jokes.
Dad jokes.
I ain't have a good dad joke in a while.
Yeah.
I know I love these dad jokes, and I need it today. You know, today was like a woosah day.
And you know that's our ace right here. You know what I mean? OG dad joke right here, little mama.
Oh, little mama.
Did you hear about the restaurant on the moon?
No.
Great food, but no atmosphere.
I heard that one before.
Nah, you ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna do that to Amanda.
I heard that one before.
You ain't gonna do that to Amanda. Get your hating ass out of here. I think I did the one. Did I ask you the one about?
You know why I think I heard these? Because you was battling with my brother. They was having a dad joke battle rap.
And I smoked Troy out here, bruh.
Hey, lil' bruh, come on. Come through, lil' bruh. Come through, lil' bruh.
Tell him I'm out here crushing with the dad jokes. Cause
they was going back and forth, and I was just laughing because I was just having a giggle fest.
She out there with tears.
Okay, I was having a giggle fest because I love dad jokes. They both came through with the come through, okay?
Did I ask you about the chubby psychic?
I think so. I think I heard all these.
I heard all of that. I heard all the dad jokes.
Y'all got some new dad jokes? Because they don't ran out. So I need y'all to hit us up at unclelegend@gmail.com. Run me them dad jokes. Because that's what I like. That's what keeps a smile on my face and keeps the fox calm.
Yeah, get all these dad jokes in. Then 1,000 dad jokes a day. Everybody, get them, print them. I don't care if you heard them already. I don't care if you don't think they're that funny. Send them. Ask unclelegend@gmail.com.
Hey, if you don't think they that funny, trust me.
Send it. You'll get the crickets. Fox found the cricket button. I didn't even know it was a damn cricket button on here no more. I forgot all about it.
Promise I would think it's funny. Okay? That's how much I love them. Anyway.
Solid podcast, baby.
I'm done with this podcast.
I know. I see
about people not doing and knowing who the heck they are in life. People trying to strong arm and get over on life.
In the words of a dead homie, you can get by, but you can't get away.
Hey, you can do what you want,
but not as long as you want.
Let me tell you. Thank you for sitting with us in Uncle Legend's Corner. We appreciate all your support. Everything y'all have done, y'all outpouring, all y'all donations. You guys rock. I love y'all. Anything you want to talk about? If you want to be on the podcast, we can patch you in. You can come through. Hit us up. Ask unclelegend@gmail.com. Peace. What? Somebody said, hold up, what?
I don't know, but I just needed you to be quiet for 5 more seconds for this recording. All right, we done with that one. We'll stay on the live. Oh, Chris said, hold up. I want to see Fox get fired up, LOL. LOL, hell.
Get fired up?
Nah, I drop off at your house, get fired up. You can take fired up ass Fox to your house.
Oh, I'll be fired up, trust me. I have to really think.
Fired up.
And I got my little angels that be hitting me up and just be like, hey, you don't need to do this. Oh,
you could just say move.
And it's just,
you could just say move.
Shout out to, no, Janine. So shout out to my baby for always coming through with a calm down spirit because, I get a little wild sometimes and I'll be fucking up people's lives, but I know how to do what I need to do.
As long as it ain't my life, fuck.
I'm a whole different person, trust me.
Hey, as long as it ain't me, fuck.
No, because I love you. You good. Just.
So that's the only reason you don't fuck my life up because you love me? Did I treat you that bad if you didn't love me?
You treat me well, so you wouldn't have the honor, okay? If you didn't treat me well. Good night, Fanty.
Yeah, y'all got anything else for us? Yeah, there's a couple viewers in here. I see y'all out here cutting up. Y'all in the chat. Got quite a few viewers in here. Y'all ain't been saying nothing in the comments. Yo, also too, we gotta start getting people on the TikTok.
We didn't do the TikTok yet.
I know, but we got to get enough people on the TikTok so I can go live on TikTok.
If we go live on TikTok, will y'all come over with us on TikTok?
Yeah.
Let us know. Yes, no, maybe so.
What y'all think? Y'all ain't even got it. I don't care if you even check it out. There'll be plenty of people to come check it out. I just need to get enough people over there so that we can start going live.
Especially the people like that TikTok skit we did, but the gun.
Oh yeah, we had the gun one.
Oh my God, yeah,
we had crazy people on there.
If y'all come over too, along with those.
It should just probably be Legend Boomaye. Yeah, it's Legend_Boomaye. So BOM.
Yeah.
BOMAYE. Right. So I gotta get TikTok. This dude spelled it like Tic Tac.
Hey Sean.
Oh, Sean, you sounded real. I ain't doing dick doc bullshit. All right, Chris, you got it, bro.
I ain't doing it.
Yo, this dude was at work. Let me tell you how old Chris is. Somebody said something, and he was up to like.
I like Chris.
Yeah, Chris got on there, and he was
exactly how I feel.
Yeah,
I feel
somebody said he was up to like, yeah, they were on the twatter. I'm like, the twatter. The fuck is the twatter, bro? He'll be like, yeah, and they're like, oh, he talking about Twitter. I'm like. Pikachu face, yeah, man. I'm old too, man, but TikTok be having some fire ass videos, man, for a lot of them content creators, and we just want to get on this so we can stream, pump out more podcasts.
Stream a little bit more, yeah. Pump out some podcasts.
Pump out the podcast.
More content, and we should put them on. That was dryer sheet. Just
out here with dryer sheet on hot standby. All right. Yeah, I think it's crazy how we be having so many viewers just sitting here and don't nobody say nothing. It's like Sean, it's Chris.
That you know who those people be.
Y'all feeling some type of way?
Speculations about them people that be looking at on sight.
Me or you?
Me or you? Me or you what?
Who them people?
Oh, you. Us. Us. Because it's always us. It's all good. We still love you, though.
My ma'am, 50 grand. All right, we out of here. Y'all ain't saying shit. We done. We get out just a little bit after. And ain't nobody saying nothing. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for being in there. Fox already told y'all. Ask unclelegend@gmail.com. Feel free to help, right? Because this is the shitty thing that people do. It's a lot of viewers in the chat right now. Not too many comments because people don't want to say something. You sneak this and doing that. We don't hold no grudges. If you hear sneak dissing, go on and drop a little, go ahead and drop a little LOL or thumbs up or something.
I'm always prepared.
Yeah, you remember when you told me about Instagram and I wouldn't get an account because I thought it would ruin my marriage?
Why you tell? What did you tell him?
I don't remember, man. I spent.
What did he tell you, Sean? What did he tell you?
Burn.
Oh, we already did that. We ain't even record no more. We just on the people time. Nuh-uh, you can't do that.
We can't burn them again?
No, we not burning nothing. Sean, what did he tell you?
Sean, remember your
loyalty.
typing.
He typing right now.
Remember your loyalty.
He already done said it. Now you might as well, be a thoroughbred like me.
I don't even remember. It wasn't nothing bad. I probably told him about Instagram. I probably told him some shit like, it's a whole lot of ass on Instagram. He was probably like, oh.
Why you trying to play you like you soft, Sean?
Man, soft. He just was like, yo, it's just, I plead
Why
the
you
fifth.
gave him the
My man, 50 grand. We out.
I used to like you, Sean. I'm done.
Ace, boom.
I gotta wait. Make sure the camera see me rolling my eyes.
I'm gonna pause it right there. You're just gonna be stuck for the whole. That's gonna be a new screenshot. You're gonna be looking like you got Jello pudding pop.
Please, the fifth. You don't say it now. If you gonna do it, then do it all the way. That's what I'm talking about. Okay.
Don't let women.
Don't be half-ass. Don't half-ass do it. If you gonna do it, do it. Be thorough all the way through. 100. Let's go.
Zombie Fox. Hey, always remember, women are smarter than us as far as emotional intelligence. So they know how to pull our strings to go ahead and make us show our hand when we ain't supposed to. What hands? Like, keep them palms together.
He don't say it now his wife probably gonna be like, what she said.
Dion.
What he said. And he gonna really have some splaining to do, Lucy.
But Dion, if you're watching this, I love you.
Lucy.
I love the kids.
Dion, get in his ass. Thank you. Because I want to know too. I know you want to know. Okay? I know. We know. Stop.
We done. Again.
We not done again.
We done again.
With him.
Why you think I stopped talking?
Oh, Chris. Oh. Yeah, just stop talking then, Chris. Stop
Why
talking.
he stopped talking?
Why you think he stopped talking? Tell him why you stopped talking, Chris.
I don't know. We out, Fox. Come on. So you want me, hey man, we got like 4 podcasts we got to put out.
Yeah.
Anybody who in the chat right now, if you're not gonna say nothing, you could just put a 1 or a 2 in the chat or something like that if you don't want to say nothing. But plan 1 is, well, Fox ain't gonna let me put him out tonight because she want to cuddle.
Yes.
So either tomorrow I could go ahead and put out we back like 4 podcasts. I think the last one out on audio was like 11.
Yeah.
Or 12.
12. Yeah.
12 is the last one on audio, and this 16. So do I pump out all 4 podcasts, or do I say the hell with it and then just pump out, you know what I mean, 1 a day or 1 every 2 days until the next podcast comes around?
Just ask me that, but go ahead, let them.
Never mind. No, you know what? Don't even put your opinion in, because the executive producer is going to executive produce.
We're going to pump out 2 and then 2 and then 2, okay?
That's not 4.
Well, whatever it is.
You from
2
Baltimore?
and then 2 and then 2.
Hey, Chris. Telling you right now, you're going to be going to the Mayo Clinic for you. Not for Carmen. All right. Give them a couple days in between. Like in Baltimore.
Yeah, so tomorrow is Thursday. You pump that out, and then you can pump out one, like a real late one Friday night, because you know you're going to be up late anyway. A real late one. Or Saturday.
Executive producer, can I end this podcast, please?
Bye, y'all.